Gabriel grabs the attention of this guard still remaining.
Bloody bastard. Sorry about
Who
that,
do
sir.
you answer to? I was just wondering.
Sorry, sir. He kind of
Who's
like
your
looks a bit
boss?
tired. The Talons.
Mm-hmm. Who gives you orders? I was just curious.
That would be the Knight of Feathers, sir. Sir Byron
What is your name?
Blackthorn. My name?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Iris Broadwing.
Oh, Iris, if you don't want your superior to hear about the upset that you have just caused without doing your proper duties, I suggest you show our injured party who had to deal with your failures some hospitality. Please.
Ain't no way Gabriel going Karen.
I love Gabriel the Karen. Holy shit, this is great.
Gonna make me make a persuasion check.
Oh fuck, wait, hold on. Chuck ain't moving.
Come on over here. Oh. Oh!
Damn.
You see Iris kind of stands up straight now, like puts her hand on the hilt, the owl helmet on, the pristine white armor, kind of remembers his position. Well, sir, we're very sorry about what happened. But as I can assure you, these kind of things are out of our control. You have the hospitality of the city.
If I'm not mistaken, Iris, your assembly of whatever you call yourself, the Talon, told us not to have a worry. I'm confused on if we should believe you or if we shouldn't. Because at this point, you have no trust in us. I have no trust in you. This prestigious library of knowledge and assortments has only been, since our arrival, a complete disaster. You should be ashamed.
Oh my god.
Oh
Chuck's-
my god.
Chuck's gonna step forward. And Chuck is going to.
Gabriel.
Chuck's gonna hand him the
Bring
bell.
the bell. Bring that bell.
No, he's just gonna hand it to him and say, "You need this more than I do."
Oh my
He's
god.
just gonna walk away.
The guy looks down at the bell and just doesn't say a word.
Let's just go inside.
Gabriel
And then he
taps the bell with his cane, just
One last thing.
stands in front of him waiting with both hands on the cane, just like leaning over.
Well, sir, I hope you enjoy name day.
I
just
will
gonna walk
remember
over.
yours, Iris. Walks away.
You know, I
kinda
can get a wand.
Nice.
The guy's like shaking his head and he puts the bell down on the wall. Sorry. What?
Do you know where I can get a wand?
We're gonna extort these fuckers for what they
Uh,
We're totally getting
you can
kicked
find
out.
many things to buy down at the fog market, sir.
What direction's that?
He kind of points towards the center of like you're at the head of the city, the head of the whale right now. So like pretty much every direction's just one direction towards like the library, like down the whale essentially. He just points in that direction. And you also see, like, pointing, you see a big, all of you see, as he points, you see a large, like, spurt of steam come up, like, somewhere down that way. And he kind of points, you see that? That's the fog market, just there. Look
All
for
right,
that and
thank you.
you'll find the market. Tourists. He shakes his head.
Pip,
Actually, true.
with no worry in the world, just runs over in that direction.
Yeah, I
Does
follow
Gabriel
behind.
It's like a kid
hear
walking
that?
through into
Oh, no.
Disney.
Please tell me if I hear it or not. Him say tourists.
No, he said it under his breath.
Oh god. Oh my god, Karen's coming back. I'm gonna get a bob
I-
cut into everything.
I went your manager.
I want your manager's name, I want your name, and I'm gonna tell them all about how shit you are.
Okay, so as you continue into the city after a pretty interesting arrival, I'm gonna bring you off this page, which you've now been. There is some signposts. You have landed in the Cloud Point district of Balinor. That is like the head of the whale. That is a Cloud Point district. But I'm gonna bring you back off that map. For now.
I have a question really quick before we
Of
go
course.
You mentioned there was like crowds and stuff. What was the crowd's reactions to us getting involved? Were they like kind of like just with it, or was it like?
It seemed like no one was particularly bothered about you defending yourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like the same thing as the guards. It seems like, you know, for the intelligent lot of you in the group, the no fighting seems to be more of like a, you know, don't be starting no brawls, don't be starting like no public fights.
The initiation.
Yeah, don't be starting no fights. You basically, if you're defending yourself, they're not going to stop you from doing that. That kind of thing. But as you begin to head through the streets, you quickly realize some of you, like, there's some people wearing, like, people are wearing kind of dark clothing. Like, some people are dressed for, like, funeral. Like, some people are just wearing, like, funeral attire. Some people are wearing, like, quite bright white clothing. Almost like quite ceremonial attire, and there's quite a lot of people heading kind of towards where Pip was pointing in the direction of the fog market, and as you kind of getting into the city a little bit, it seems to be a day of celebration of some kind, as there are people kind of drinking and talking as you go. But let me pull something up. Let me pull a little bit of background imagery as we go, so you can let's have a look.
Are any of us familiar with this name day ceremony?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me. If you go ahead and roll me either a religion or a history check.
Just for all of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gabriel.
Oh,
Is it
damn.
religion or history?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Hey! Damn it.
Okay. So everybody but Chuck and Enna does know the name day festival or ceremony, whatever, is a festival of Ayun, who doesn't like have anything particularly religious. Ayun's very much like Ayun's the god of knowledge and teaching and learning. Not a very like typical god of like worship or anything like that. And so this festival, the name day, kind of came about as a way of like what's the most important knowledge that we can gain but also remember and carry on throughout. And it's kind of something that's been you've heard about, and it kind of happens throughout Ankia. But by the looks of it, Balinor seems to be the hub and where it began. As you kind of like walking through the streets and listening to people talking about it, Balinor seems to have been where this festival began, being Ioun City, you know, where she like left her mark. The name day is essentially where people come to Balinor and they write the names of the dead in this book, Ioun's book, which is then stored within Balinor for eternity. And it's a way that people who they travel from around the world to come to Balinor so that their loved ones and their family members can be written within this book, and they are then kept safe with Ioun's protection in Balinor, and so they are everlasting in history as long as their name is written in this book. And so it's basically a festival of like knowledge and remembrance, and yeah,
Is it like
everybody.
masqueraded, or is it just like, you know, somber clothing, like
It's
ceremonial?
kind of a mix. Some people come in
Okay.
somber clothing. Some people come in like very much like celebratory clothing. Everybody
Getting
kind of
Day
like
of the Dead kind of vibes from
it's
it.
kind of a mix. It's kind of a mix. Some
Yeah.
people celebrate. Some people come as like, because obviously some people have lost people recently, so they want to come as like some people
more
do
severe,
use
yeah.
this as like a funeral, but obviously other people treat this as a big celebration, which
lovely.
often it is. So yeah, a lot of people are making their way towards the center of the town. But yeah, here you are. The city is yours.
Gabriel would relay that information on the walk, just casually, just hitting the points to people who didn't understand,
Okay.
Thank you.
just
Appreciate
like
it.
pointing out different things. And
Thank you.
All right.
Senna has no idea what's going on.
Listen,
And it's like,
she's been a hermit in a library in her grove. She's not keen on the social cues. Okay.
Okay. Well, you know, the city is yours. What would you like to do?
Books.
Guys, can we try to? I need a wand, but also I need other stuff so I can learn a spell.
money.
What?
We kind of spent it all.
No. Maybe you did.
You spent your money, homie.
I have 600.
Does anybody want to accompany the Pip? I think it's best me and Anna stick together because my interests are falling in line with hers. Kind of want to see what this place is filled with.
We'll go ahead and we'll get Pip what he needs for his stuff, and then we need to go and find somebody who can direct us to some information about demons, demon cities, demon portals. Oh. How does one even go about asking somebody, hey, how do you open a demon portal to a dead demon city?
I don't think you do that.
No.
I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
While y'all are discussing that, Pip is just gonna start walking into groups of people, looking at random
Dude's like, "This is a
individuals, and
Renaissance festival."
if they're wearing any
love it.
relatively dark clothing, just without any context and very innocently saying,
Sorry.
and then walking past and
Oh.
and randomly picking out people not in dark clothing and just again innocently.
Congratulations.
Oh.
Thank you.
Why is Pip so precious?
We like Pip.
Must
I-
protect.
I think Zaxxon's just, just sort of quietly. I'd like to find the book.
Yeah, let's we need to
Oh.
keep an eye on Pip and
You need to put a leash on your little one.
I've been
Hmm.
working on it. Trust me. I'm trying to figure out a way to manipulate my thorn whip to try and like create this like
Little
leash,
backpack?
little yeah, just something to
One of those baby carriers.
yeah, just a little backpack leash, you know.
Uh,
All right.
Does
Gabriel
anyone
gestures
know
to
where I can get a
Chuck.
wand?
Chuck, do you have any desires here?
Chuck's just gonna nod his head no.
I
Okay.
promise, Chuck. I'll get you a drink once we're done.
Hopefully they have straws.
Oh, all right.
All right, let's follow.
Um,
Gabriel begins to follow Pip into the crowd, trying to keep up with them.
yes, magic supplies first.
Okay, so where are you heading?
Wherever Pip's going.
Pip, where are you heading?
Pip is looking around, though it's very difficult with the large amount of people and Pip being small in comparison to most others.
Pip,
Okay.
would you like a boost?
Yeah.
Okay, come here.
here. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna pick up Pip and hold him up so that way he can see above the crowds to see if he can
Okay.
see what he needs.
Just gonna look around.
Okay, you look around. There's a lot of people. You see the little flying paper birds just flapping in the wind. You see like some little orange tabby cat on a windowsill just trying to swat them out the air. And like some old lady who comes and grabs the cat in. But in terms of like shops and stuff, it's kind of hard to tell. It's pretty busy. But you do see that like spout of steam again that the Talon pointed at about the fog market. Not too far ahead of you. So you just
point in that direction.
That
Okay.
way.
all right.
All right.
So after a little bit of hustling and bustling, you do make your way through, and eventually you make your way through to this like collection of open like archways underneath these like large tall buildings that seem to be like they're not like part of the library itself. They seem to be just like smaller, more almost like educational buildings that are like smaller colleges
Ooh.
that like for like children and like just like small schools and stuff like that for like some of the residents that live here. But like underneath like the archways are these like markets, and you quickly realize why this is called the fog market, because every 5-10 minutes the whale, there's this big spout from its back of this steam, like this cloud-like steam that comes from its back and just fills the market with this thick fog that just rests around knee height, and it just fills the whole place under these archways and just gives this very kind of mystical atmosphere to the whole. Like it's very like dimly lit with these like blue like magical torches under the arches. But yeah, like every 10 minutes there's just like steam that comes up from the whale spout and just fills this place with fog. But this place is bustling. But let me really quick.
Honestly, oh my fucking god, dude,
Beautiful.
props. God bless you. This is incredible. This atmosphere. I just need to say this.
I couldn't get the fog, but
Wow.
but
Wow.
quickly, well, you know what? Never mind. But you get here, and this place is packed. There are people trading and all sorts. Doesn't seem to be any like shops, like physical like built-in shops. But you gather that's because many people don't like live here for a long time. They travel here, they set up shop, and they leave. Because this place travels around the world. So you're here. This place is yours. What would you like to do?
Pip is gonna start going up to these stalls to inspect whatever it is they have on, like within the actual stalls themselves.
Okay.
Seeing if there's any sort of magical items or books or wands, stuff of that nature.
There is many books everywhere. That is definitely like a big thing. This is the city of knowledge, so books and all sorts is a big thing. One thing you do notice is as you're walking around, there is not a lot of exchange in coin. People don't
God, they're
seem
doing it crypto.
they don't seem to be paying. Like, there is, don't get me wrong, some people are paying in coin, but you see a lot of people getting their purchase and they're handing over a book or a scroll,
It's like the giver.
or they're bartering with knowledge. They're giving things over. They're like handing pieces of their writing or information or knowledge.
So
This-
fucking dope.
This is a place that you can barter with. These are people you can barter with as long as you have information they don't.
It's giving me
But
giver vibes. I love
go
it.
go ahead and roll. Make me an investigation check, Pip, to see if you can find any magical items or anything like that.
Oh,
If anybody is helping Pip look, you can also make.
I'm helping.
Yeah,
Pip.
I'm helping him too.
We're here for the boy.
I can't see nothing.
Investigation, yeah?
Yeah.
I just feel.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry, Pip.
I'm too rattled. I'm too rattled from the Nothic talking about my brother and outing me like that.
Gabriel gestures to Dragonborn and goes, "Put him on your shoulders.
You got-
Maybe he can
You
see."
got the highest
Yeah.
roll with the
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna.
Chuck, what's going on?
Listen,
I'm gonna pick Pip
all
up
my
and set him
points
on my
went into
shoulders.
deception today,
When we
okay?
needed you most, Chuck.
Enemy most, I got what I wanted. Fuck. I won all day.
I'm just gonna point out a stall that I think looks vaguely like it would be magical.
You do see a stall that does have a what looks to be a dragonborn woman sat behind. She has this green golden scales that are pulled back, not pulled back, but pointed backwards. She's got a cloak gently draped over, and she's got beads kind of through over the cloak slightly, and she's just kind of gently resting back, and she does just have some general knickknacks that could maybe have some magical items in, and you just notice because she just have a couple of potions on top, and you just spot a couple of healing potions, and you're like, oh, this person might have some magic items. So yeah, you do find a store.
Now, does Zaxxon... So, Zaxxon's the one who sees this, right? Not Pip?
Yeah, I pointed it out though. I was
Okay,
sort
alright.
of showing everybody.
All right, let's go over there.
Make our way over.
Here follows the
Following
pack.
Pip.
Pip starts to inspect what's on the table.
Okay, there's a bunch of things on the table. There's some different pouches and kits. There does seem to be some different wands on there. But whether or not they're magical ones or just foci, you're unsure at a glance. So what I mean by that is you can use ones to channel your magic, but whether or not they have magic of their own, you don't know. But there is like also what looks to be like a like some kind of helmet, like this really nicely made helmet on there that has like built-in goggles and like some chainmail around the back. That's kind of like sat up on one side. But then she has some potions around the top as well.
So Pip is gonna point to the wands and ask,
What are those?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Let's see if I can get you an image of. I've got an image ready. Let me see if I can get it for you. I do have an image. I just need to get it in the book. Actually, I might be able to drag it on. Hold on, 2 seconds. Do.
Please don't be a hot dragonborn. Please don't be a hot dragonborn.
You do notice, Chuck, this woman, this dragonborn, keeps making eye contact with you.
Okay.
Oh shit. Wait, how do
Chuck has an admirer.
Fuck.
Chuck, hey, gabagoo.
Hey.
All right.
Hey. Oh shit, she's hot.
Hold on. I need to look at
She
some.
looks like straight up money. She looks like money.
Oh man. Okay.
Damn.
I need to. Bear with me for a minute. I need to
Wow.
go back to my daggers for a second.
Chuck, you're kind of a hot commodity in this little state, huh?
Is this in character?
No. No. But for some reason, everybody's looking at you like you're oddball.
Either that or they're looking because
Yeah.
goddamn, this man looks like he's about to die.
I
Hold
want
on.
to.
Chuck's a vet.
I want to see if Zaxun would sort of clock this, if that's all right.
Sure. Make a
Ziggy, you stay out of this.
make a perception check. But as you ask this,
Nice.
Pip, I would say, even with a 16, glances of eyeballs you probably wouldn't notice at the minute. But Pip, you asked about the potions. She says,
It
hello.
was the wands.
Oh, the wands. Hold on.
Quick question: is the
Yes, sir.
photo of what you posted? Is this the person behind, like talking to Pip right now?
Yes, so this is the stall runner. She is kind of sat gently behind the stall. She's talking to Pip, but as you kind of approached before Pip started talking, she just kept kind of looking at you directly, and now she's just talking to Pip.
Okay.
So sorry, Pip. Let's restart. So what did you say?
Pointing out and questioning what the wands were.
Yes. So you're looking what, the wands? Yes. So, and she kind of like lifts one of them up, and she kind of just waves a hand, and it kind of floats slightly. This one is made of elm. It's very, very nicely made. I made this one myself, you see. It's very, very nicely made. It's got excellent arcane channeling. You won't miss with this one, I can assure you. Not innately magical, but I can assure you it's very finely crafted. Will only cost you 10 gold pieces. As for the others, again, just finely crafted ones. I don't have anything innately magical in Sock at the minute, but if I do get anything, please, I will be sure to I could send you a message.
Hmm. Well, what's the cost of the other ones?
These two, well, this one's made of mahogany, you see, and not as fine of wood for conducting arcane magic. So that one's only going to run you 5 gold pieces. This one, on the other hand, this one, and you see this one's like white and slightly crooked. And this one's got like a small like rune carved into the bottom. Looks to be like Elvish or something. It's like not actually like a word or anything. It's just like carved in the bottom. Looks a bit like twisted and not as nice as the others. But it is really nice wood. I don't actually know what this one is. But obviously, if you can tell me what kind of wood this is, I'll give it to you for free. Now, these are gold values. If you have anything at all to trade, barter, I would absolutely adore you.
So it's 10 gold pieces for one, 5 for the other, and then you don't know the price for the last one.
Well, it's expensive, but I will give it away for free if you tell me what wood it is.
Pip is going to inspect the one the best he can. See whether or not he can determine.
Make a nature check. Meanwhile, she's giving you the evils, Chuck. She's just staring directly at you.
Oh.
I had to check my daggers. I think Chuck is going to look the other way.
Okay. With a 12, you're not sure. This, whatever it is, you thought it might have been like some kind of like spruce or like some just general white wood or something like that, but this seems to have something special about it, but you just can't tell. You can't tell. You don't have the knowledge to trade for this one, I'm afraid, and the fog, this bartering of the fog market eludes you. But you know, she kind of sees you kind of, it's all right, dear, it's all right. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I have other things. What about this helmet?
What?
What about this helmet? Look at this. And she takes it and she kind of like places it on your head. And it like doesn't fit at first. Like it's way too big. But then it shrinks and it squishes and it's like a big metal helmet. Definitely like doesn't really fit your like Pip's vibe at all. But it kind of squeezes to your head. It's got like little pointed like ears on it. And like these little green slits for eyes. And like some chainmail at the back. And what languages do you speak?
I believe. Let me see. Uno momento. Hold my thing again. Well, actually, I can just press this, right? Dwarvish and Gnomish. Is that correct?
Probably. She starts speaking. She starts speaking in Draconic.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
But you understand her. And
Who's you?
Oh.
but she says, you know you share your bed with dangerous people.
I speak Draconic.
Who did she say that to?
She's saying it's a Pip.
She's saying that to
Okay.
Pip in Draconic.
But this is clearly like she knows that Zaxxon's there, and
Yeah.
surely she must know that he understands, right?
You could take that as you want. She's just saying this directly to you. And she glances at Chuck when she says this.
Okay.
How much is it?
She squints her eyes. And she like grabs the top, not having you react to the words she says, and just takes it off your head. It's not for sale. And she puts it down on the desk. Thank you for your business, but I think I'm going to close up.
No. Wait, what if I buy it all?
It would be quite an expensive trade. And I'm
Pip
afraid
takes his large pouch of gold and puts it on the table.
I have enough.
she like takes her hands from under the desk, and her hands are like covered in rings, like filled with jewels.
Mm.
Darling, I am in no need of coin. You're in the fog market in Balinor. I need information. I need stories. I need books, scrolls.
Mm.
Give me something worthwhile.
I have a scroll.
And then presents the scroll of Goodberry.
Oh my god.
I have a scroll.
She kind of goes to take it from you. Do you give it to her?
To inspect, yes.
Okay. She kind of reads it over. Interesting. Is this all you have?
No,
And then pulls out the scroll of fog cloud as well and shows it.
Gabriel kind of like puts his cane in front of Pip real quick and says in Draconic to the lovely merchant, hi, I've been here the whole time. What is that one worth to you? Just curious.
Does Gabriel point to anybody or nod to anybody?
Well, he's gesturing to the merchant. And he's holding the Goodberry scroll.
Oh, the
And he's
good
like,
berry.
yeah, and he's like cutting Pip off real quick because he doesn't want to like give everything we have just yet. He's like, I'm just
We're
wondering
innocent,
whether
Pip.
everyone, knowledge.
It's not
what
worth
side
enough
knowledge
for
do you-
the... It depends. What are you looking to buy? Let's just start with that.
I think the boy wants a wand.
Okay, if he
A
wants one of...
Goodberry, I mean,
One of
What
the
language is she speaking?
She's speaking common. Speaking common.
Okay.
he's speaking in Draconic to her just as like a gesture.
Okay. Yeah, she speaks common back.
I want
But-
this, and this.
And points to all three wands in the helmet.
Gabriel,
Well, that is
hat
not...
droops.
That's not going to happen.
Well, I have the
She
gold
said
for
that's not
that
going to
one
happen.
and that
Oh,
one.
wait.
And
How about you pick one? Just one. You only need one, right? You just need one. Please, Goodberry for one.
good.
She's gonna drain you dry, Pip.
What about
I'll tell you what.
what?
Both of those scrolls, 100 gold pieces,
Oh.
And I want a conversation with him. And she points at Chuck.
You just couldn't get your deception roll. You couldn't get the fucking deception roll. So you
Hey,
forced
I
it, didn't
thought
ya?
she wanted Zaxxon. Oh, damn. Okay.
For some reason, people want Chuck dead. Like,
Holy.
Well,
Fuck.
I mean,
Oh.
this is good.
and Gabriel goes, me? Trying to do
Pip
anything
is-
not to.
Pip is gonna quickly respond.
But we're in the fog market, so you said no gold.
I'm making an exception.
Oh, great. So how much for that wand and how much for the helmet?
I just told you my price. Take it or leave it. For the helmet, the 2 wands, not the white one, darling. And actually, you know what? All the wands, the helmet, for the 2 scrolls, 100 gold, and a conversation with your dwarf friend.
Okay. Can we be there for that
I
conversation?
think we're all here, yeah.
Or
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm crazy.
I would like it alone.
No.
Oh.
Chuck?
Pip is going to approach Chuck.
Pip,
Not Pip, sorry.
Chuck, listen, I saw that you dropped your bell back there. If you're willing to talk to this lady, I'll go back and pick it up. I'll get it for you so you don't have to go back.
I didn't want the belt. And I don't want to talk to her.
Why not?
Chuck's just gonna shake his head
Oh God.
and he will not look in Pip's direction or her direction.
I think at this
25
point-
gold, Chuck. 25 gold.
What the fuck? What?
Chuck's gonna lean in and whisper to Pip, "Money is not worth my life."
Oh shit.
I think at this point, Zaxxon would sort of interject and ask in Draconic if she's from Wormshold.
Gabriel will stand next to Jackson during this. Like, he was just about to ask the same question.
She kind of
What are you
tilts her
guys
head.
saying?
You just hear from the Plague Doctor 2 Dragon
Foaming
Ball,
at the mouth.
She tilts her head and squints. I would rather gouge my eyes out than go to that place.
Oh my god.
What's your fascination with the dwarf? I don't understand. He couldn't hurt a fly.
Then you know nothing of him.
Well, tell me more. This is a place of knowledge, yes? Tell me about my party member, why he's such a snake.
My business is with him. And him alone.
Still in Draconic, kind of like turns his head and accidentally bumps this one with it, with his beacon, goes, we want to be there. At least us two. Just to keep things. It seems like you have some things to talk.
I'm sort of, I am hearing what Gabriel's saying, and in the situation with Chuck that is happening, but sort of just as a on a side note myself, not really responding to it. I'm just gonna ask, where exactly are you from?
She kind of peers past. Does your friend want this helmet?
Yes.
Do we have a deal or not?
Why, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not the person you want to speak to, so I'm trying to make it happen.
Then Pip is going to approach Chuck.
Chuck,
Mm.
do you not remember when we first met and I totally saved the day?
What the fuck?
And also, when you were badly hurt, who gave you health potions? And also, who also saved the day?
Chuck's gonna nod. And he's gonna walk over.
It's just a conversation.
Yeah, Chuck's gonna nod his head and he's gonna walk over. And he's gonna, I guess, call it sort of a counter offer. And he's just gonna say, 2 minutes.
Pip looks over to the person at the stall.
Is that long enough? You get your conversation with him. 2 scrolls, 100 gold pieces, and I get all the wands in the helmet.
5 minutes.
5 minutes with us there.
Absolutely not.
Well, you have to meet us somewhere. Why should
Chuck?
we trust you?
Chuck is going to rebut and just
Okay.
say 3.5.
She pushes the helmet across the table. Take your wands.
Nice.
And she kind of nods backwards towards you, Chuck. And behind the store, there is a small, like, alleyway, and there's a doorway on the side. That seems to be like a small hovel.
Before Chuck goes in, Chuck is gonna walk over to Zaxxon and not say anything, but he's going to hand him his gun.
How can I delete stuff from my inventory?
Oh no. Oh god. Chuck's backstory. God damn it.
Sock was gonna find a way, and this motherfucker
This
did.
is crazy, bro. You got beef with the Borns.
I got beef with the DM right now. Fuck, man. How many nat 20s do I need to bail from that?
If you go
Shit.
into your inventory, you should be able to right click and then
You may have to unlock or enable edit at the near the top right. It's a little lock.
Oh yeah, the green
okay.
padlock.
Is this like a
yeah.
past lover? Like I am Scooby Dude for this.
So is Chuck walking with this woman?
Yeah.
Does she drop her? Does she have any weaponry on her, visually?
No, not that you can see.
Okay.
Chuck,
Okay.
I just want to make clear, Chuck handed his gun to Zaxxon.
Yeah.
So,
I just want to make sure if they're disarmed, they're disarmed.
Okay. But the helmet and the wand she handed to you guys. So that helmet, by the way, is a helm of comprehend languages.
Oh,
that's sick.
That's sick.
good helmet.
Yeah.
So take that as you
Pip
will.
continues to be the best barter in the entire party.
I would now like to ask everybody if you could please leave the voice channel and go to the one down, please, that says "Get out, lol."
Oh my god!
Wow.
Can I try to eavesdrop real quick?
No, get
Hell
out,
no.
lol.
Damn it!
No.
Okay, fine.
Go on, hop.
I feel like it would mean a lot more. So,
No, that's a good idea. So, she leads you down a small, dark alleyway into a small side room that is very warm. There is carpets on the floor, carpets hanging on the ceiling and walls. It is very much a comfortable space. There are cushions laid out on the floor, it seems like this is a space that people come and drink tea. There are cushions on the floor. There is a small square, like rectangular table, with a kettle and cups laid out. And she gestures for you to sit. And she takes the kettle and takes it over to a small stove and begins heating the kettle.
Chuck's gonna. Quick question: is there anyone else in this area, or is it just
Make a
Chuck
perception
and...
check.
Okay.
You don't notice anybody else in the room.
I don't like the way you worded that, but okay. So, Chuck's gonna look at her. He's not gonna say anything, but he's gonna kind of like point at her and point at the chair, sort of asking if it's okay to sit.
She just looks at you and nods. She hasn't said anything since you got here.
Okay. Chuck's gonna very slowly sit down, and he's going to put his hands together, like his fingers wrapped around each other, just sort of on the table, trying to be as respectful as possible.
She is stood over, just kind of opposite side of the table from you. There's like a stove, it's not really a stove, but it's just like a brick top with a small like metal bowl that seems to have some like just a metal bowl, and she seems to have like lit something inside of it, and she's using that to boil a kettle.
Is this at the table, or is this by
No,
the stove?
this is away. This is over by the stove.
Okay.
And she comes over and she grabs the cups. And hold on a second. Okay. And she brings over the cups. She pours in what looks to be like a herbal spiced tea, which she pours in a cup for you, a cup for herself, and then she takes a seat and begins to sip. I'm going to start the conversation in our timer now, if that's all right with you.
Chuck's gonna grab the cup of tea, the hot cup of tea, slide it toward him, and he's gonna wrap his hand. He's not gonna pick up the glass. He's just gonna wrap his hands around it. And he nods.
You don't recognize me, do you?
I know what you are, but not who you are.
Being in a city like this, it's not often I get opportunities to learn from people like you. So I'm going to ask you, how do you live with yourself?
Chuck's gonna bow his head down. Clearly disappointed, defeated, and I'm gonna say almost teary-eyed. And he's gonna shake his head and just simply say, I don't. I haven't for a very, very long time. And I wish I could take it all back. And then he's going to lift his head up and make eye contact.
They called you the Sunderer. In those camps.
They did. They absolutely did. Chuck's gonna take the glass of tea and take a very small sip, sort of like a check and see how hot it is sip. He's gonna lay the glass down very slowly. I wish I knew just how much damage and how much harm I actually did. I wish someone told me. And I wish I knew. And I live with that guilt every day.
But allow me to tell you then. My name is Vempis Clawhide. And you poisoned my whole family. I had 3 brothers and 4 sisters. My 2 parents and 3 grandparents all died the same night because of you. I didn't eat because I was playing with my friends. We played hopscotch in the yard. That's your legacy. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
How do I do it? Okay. Does Chuck have an opportunity to respond?
Yep.
I hope you know that if there is anything that comes out of this conversation, you leave them be. Those are good people. Don't let my mistakes hurt them.
You take 17 points of damage. 17 points of poison damage. Actually, this would be necrotic damage, halved to 17, 16, 8 points of damage as your throat begins to